I got the countdown of 3, 2, 1. Hey, good morning. It's your girl, Traci Williams. I am your host of the Self Care Saturday Show. I'm the founder of Inspiring H.O.P.E. Good morning, Kathy. Hallelujah. I love Miss Kathy. Thank you for showing up. Well, I love you, Miss Kathy. You know that. And Phenomenal Women, we're going to be going live. I'm live on both pages. My Self Care Saturday, my Self Care for Phenomenal Women. Good morning, Dr. Laura. You guys, I really appreciate you showing up this morning. I know you got a million of things that you could be doing. Thank you for showing up, Miss Paulette. Good to see you this morning. God bless you. We are so thankful this morning. I am so blessed to have my guest with me. Her name is Renee Reynolds. And
Hello,
she is,
everyone.
thank you.
Thank you
And
for joining
Renee,
us this morning.
I'm just so glad that you guys are going to join us, and I'm so excited. And if y'all really know me and my personality, you know I'm usually on a 10, right? So my husband has been training me all these years to kind of calm down a little bit. It hasn't worked so far, but I'm trying to get there, right? But I want you guys to share this post with somebody. Thank you. Share this post because this is definitely going to be a blessing to anybody who watches, especially if you know someone who's been feeling down or who's been feeling weary or who is just feeling like they're just been carrying such a weight. You know, today is that day. I'm going to share some things with you. I want you to laugh, cry, whatever you want to do. Just be free because that's what we're called to do is to be free and to have fun with one another. So
Yeah.
before I get started with my special guest this morning, I got some things that I want to share with you guys. I've been working on some stuff this morning, and I want to thank Miss Wanda Booth. She has been really encouraging me to just like get out here and live my dreams, do my thing, right? And not just saying, not just in an inspirational way, right? Because I'm already motivated, right? But sometimes you need that push, right? You need somebody who is going to pray until something happens. And that's what I'm using push for is I'm pushing. And I'm calling you guys to be pushers and to push yourself to ignite the fire within you and ignite the fire within other people too. So they will get out and do what God has called them to do with no reservations and no hesitations. Okay, so I'm not going to preach, but I'm just saying, you know, it's time. It's time for us to rise up in every area of our lives and do everything that we were called to do. So with that being said, it's Self-Care Saturday. Some of you know that like I love self-care, self-love because I spent so many years not loving me. Thank you for joining, Gayla. Good to see you this morning. God bless you. I also want to, before I get started, send out condolences to the families who have lost people lately. One in particular I know is Miss Shay Sparks. So we send out a lot of love to her and her family. Our condolences are with you. Our prayers and our thoughts are with you all. And same to you, Miss Gayla. Thank you for joining, Miss Marilyn. It's so glad that you guys are here this morning. So please put, if you're not from Kansas City or Overland Park, then put in your city and state that you're from. Make sure that you share this video and that you share with everyone that you possibly can, especially if you know of anybody who's been in a domestic violence situation. So with that being said, let's get started. Let's get it. Let's go. I always wanted to say that, y'all. Let's
I
get
know
it.
you
Let's
did.
go. Okay, first things first. We're going to do a little exercise so we can all loosen up, right? Okay,
Yes.
because laughter is like a medicine. Okay,
Yes.
so we're going to do some facial yoga, facial aerobics this morning. Have y'all ever heard of that? I never heard of it, but that is one of the things. Yes, you got it, Miss Renee. So I want you to just like relax, take a deep breath, like, and breathe in and suck your jaws together. Woo, okay? Let your eyes go up, like, and then like breathe out. There you go. So we're gonna try it again this morning, but you know what? It will help save you from doing stuff like Botox. I love it, Miss Lord. She's like, So the reason we're doing this is, you know what? People like to see their skin tight. They want to see wrinkles not be an issue. And who wants to have to go out and buy wrinkle cream all the time and stuff like that? So look, I'm just giving you a practical thing you can do for free. I ain't even charging y'all. See what I'm saying? No, I'm just just playing, but I'm just giving you some practical things that you can do anytime, any place, anywhere. When you start feeling stressed, when you start feeling down and
Yes.
depressed, things like that, hey, here's something that you can do. It don't cost you nothing, right? And then it helps
Yes.
your smile get a little bit wider. Cheese. Okay, here
Mhm.
we go. Let's try it again. Everybody take a deep breath in. We're going to hold it for 10 seconds, and the eyeballs should be getting a little bit like, okay, let that go. Woo! Don't y'all feel better?
Whew. Release, release,
Sometimes we need stuff
exhale.
like that, right?
Yes.
I love it. Okay, so I have one more for you guys. I think because I just want to make a funny picture on this, because Facebook Live, they make these, they say the most horrible looking pictures of you possible, but I don't care. I'm just gonna put it out there. Okay, so we're gonna make an O with our mouth, kind of oval shaped, and then but you gotta keep your teeth covered up. Okay, so you're gonna be like, and then you're gonna do it wide. Okay, so gonna go.
Girl,
Okay.
you funny. I don't know where I'm
Oh man,
flying
I
you
can't
from.
help it. So do me a favor, everybody, share this if you can. Now I want to introduce to you my special guest. I love this lady. We met through a private group on Facebook called Black Women Promote, and they do exactly that. And so I really love that. So I want to encourage you guys, if you are into networking, if you're not into networking, check out this group. Black women, they promote each other, lift each other up, all that good stuff. And so we all need somebody that's going to lift us up. But I really wanted Renee to come on here with us today. And it's such a time that we're living in where people are feeling discouraged, people are feeling distracted and not focused, and people are being deceived and all kind of stuff. And so I wanted to bring some hope to people, breathe in a little bit of inspiration and encouragement. And she's one of the people that I have met lately that I am so inspired just by a couple of things, by her age, by what she's doing and the difference that she's making in the world, and the fact that she made it through 40 years. 40, y'all. Like 40 years of the wilderness. Y'all remember this thing in the Bible, right? 40 years of domestic violence. But so I want to thank you for coming on, Miss Renee. I want to thank you for being a hope, a beacon of light. I want to thank you for being a beacon in this world that we live in right now. Just so many things that I want to thank you for. I kind of wrote some of them down. So I want to thank you for enduring. I want to thank you for overcoming. You have overcome some overwhelming odds, right? I mean, domestic violence is happening every single minute. But I want to thank you for being a beacon of self-preservation and self-love. This is a perfect example to me of somebody who knows how to love, who's been through it, been through the fire, came out on the other side, unburned, not touched, been through the desert, still got fed in the desert, but she still is here and she's still standing strong. So we can see it. Mr. A little bit about this crown you're wearing.
Okay. So first I want to thank God for allowing this platform to be available for women of all ages, size, color. You have to I have to apologize because they decided today to come and do work in my home, so I will be muting in and out to try to distract some of that noise away. But this crown that I'm wearing right now, as y'all can all see, is really blinging. Okay, I am currently the Miss Woman Pennsylvania, United States 2020. I am also Miss Woman Philadelphia 2020. So the platform that we promote empowering women. The Miss United States pageant is about promoting women, um, backing them up, giving them encouraging words, helping them to see their self-worth. Through domestic violence, we sometimes lose ourselves. We become low self-esteem. As Traci said, I am a survivor of 40 years of domestic violence. And with this, I had to raise my children. I had to return to school. I returned to high school. I took a position as a gas station attendant, female gas attendants in Philadelphia. I then went on to college and received 2 degrees, one in business and one in information technology specialist. I presently work for FMC Corporation. I'm a band leader. I opened for McFadden and Whitehead for over 7 years until their passing in 2005 and 2006. I entered into competition so that I could show other women the strength that you have within yourself. I didn't do it to win. I did it to build me, to build my African American sisters, my Spanish sisters, all my minority sisters, to show them that if I can overcome, you can as well.
Here we go, part 2, y'all. So welcome back. This is Traci Williams. I'm your host of Inspiring Hope, and also have with me today Miss Renee Reynolds, and I'm gonna let her give you her title because I keep messing it up. And I just want you guys to meet this beautiful Black queen today. I thank you, Miss. Yes, thank you, Kathy. We are back live again. Thank you so much for your patience. Love you guys. I appreciate your support big time. So, Miss Renee, tell us your title and just a little bit about why did you enter this contest? And first, tell us your age after you get done with all that.
So we're so sorry for the technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Renee Reynolds. I am the reigning Miss Woman Pennsylvania, United States 2020, and I am also the reigning Miss Philadelphia Woman 2020. I entered into the pageant to show survivors of domestic violence that you can overcome all obstacles put before you. I'm 63 years old. I am a 40-year domestic violence survivor. So entering into the pageant first started out, I just wanted to do something. I said, okay, let me enter into a pageant. So I entered into the Miss Senior Queen United States pageant, and I won first runner up. I won in the evening gown competition, and I won in the retro wear. So I said, oh, this is cool. This is a lot of fun. You get to meet different people. You get to stand up for things that you believe in. So then I entered into the Miss United States pageants and won Miss Philadelphia. So the platform of the Miss United States pageant is to empower women, to encourage women, to support women in their platforms, whatever their platforms may be, and to give them a road to express themselves and show what beauty is inside. It's not about the outside. It's always about how you carry yourself, if you're humble, if you're respectful, if you're caring. So that's what the United States pageants represent. And if you're interested in joining, look them up online. It's Mrs. United States pageants, or go to any of my pages and there's a link there provided.
All right, I love that. And so, Miss Renee, just with that, tell us what kept your faith so strong and what made you be able to pull out of that 40 years of what I call wilderness.
Well, it was when I turned 21 years old, I happened to be standing in the mirror, and the Lord said to me, why do you let this man beat on you? Your father didn't beat on you. So I'm standing in the mirror and I'm saying to myself, that makes a lot of sense. And so when that was said to me, we had been going through a period of where there was no violence at all. And then all of a sudden one day he just decided he wanted to go out with his brothers and friends and stuff like that. And he thought he was going to have the upper hand on me. Well, needless to say, I whooped his tail. Okay. And when I did that, I knew it was time for me to go, because I had sons and I needed my sons to know that this was not what a man is supposed to do to someone that he loves. So in order to break the cycle, you have to remove yourself from the cycle. So when I look back over my life, that was common for his brothers. His brothers beat up their women. So I refuse to have my sons do that to anybody that they love. So I left with my dog and my station wagon with my grandfather and went back to school. I got my diploma. I got a job working as a gas station attendant. I was one of the first female African American uh, gas pumpers in the city of Philadelphia. I'm not going to tell you what year that was. And then I went back to college in 79 and I obtained a degree in business administration with a minor in accounting. Then the following year, 2 years later, I went to Computer Learning Center and I got a degree as an information technology specialist. So my career has grown. I've been an office manager. I've been an executive assistant. I took a break. I worked for McFadden and Whitehead for 7 years. I was their opening act, their band leader, and their background
Wow.
vocalist. I have opened for the Stylistics, Russell Thompson. I have opened for Vicki Winans. I have opened for Avery Sunshine, and give a shout out to my band, the R Factor Exchange. We're still going strong, but after coronavirus, we have to start our music back up again. But that's what I do, and I'm a professional photographer, and I love showing women through pictures how beautiful they are. Every time I go do a photo shoot, I look at the pictures and I say, wow, that's me. And of course, the other thing is I have to like prove how old I am because nobody believes it. So that's a thing that I ask the Lord all the time. Lord, why are you keeping my face youthful? What is it that you want me to show young women? What is it that I can show young adult women, young children? There's a reason for why He is keeping me youthful.
Wow, I love that. You've been through all kind of stuff. But since you not bragging, but just casually telling us, about your voice, can you give us a little sample, something that's going to encourage people, something that's really going to inspire them at this time? And even if you're not feeling down, it's good to have a little bit of encouragement. It's like you don't always want to wait till your car gets all the way on empty before you put
Mm-hmm.
gas back in. I know I
Yeah,
have been guilty of in my husband's haste is like I will ride to that to the sucker is like almost bone. And
right,
so a couple of times by my mistake, I ran out of gas and had to call him to come and rescue me. And he's like, it just don't make sense. You can't run out of gas and you got money in your pocket. That just makes no sense. So
right.
I'm saying the same thing to you. There's a lesson in that, right?
Yes,
Don't wait until you need something. Don't just give out what you have on the inside. Give out of your overflow so you can
yes.
always be full, right? Kathy Weaver
And
like really good at that. We talked about that yesterday. And so I
right.
love it. So if you would just share any one little song with us, that'd be good.
Well, when I think about all that we're going through right now with COVID-19 and with the death of George Floyd and the movement that has taken place because of his passing, there's one thing that growing up, I always remember my grandmother saying, and that was that God is always watching over you. So no matter what the trials and tribulations that you're going through, His eye is always on you. So I'm going to do her favorite song, and that is His eye is on the sparrow.
Awesome.
So bear with me because we're outside and I don't have my music with me and all that good stuff. But Lord says always be ready and prepared, right?
That's right.
Why should I feel discouraged? Or why should the shadows come? Why should my heart feel lonely or long for my heavenly home? With Jesus as my portion. A constant friend is he. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. So I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free. Well, his eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much for that.
You're welcome.
Wow, I feel so humble, calm, right? And so I pray that was a blessing to other people and not just me as well.
Yes.
Man, that's awesome. Well, Renee, I thank you so much. I thank you guys for being patient with us and for jumping
Yes.
back on here.
Thank you.
And I know you're doing a lot of things in this world. Tell us about just like, good morning, Steve. Thank you for joining us. Tell us a little bit about like what you're doing with your title, with the crown that you hold. And since we're jumping back on again, and some people are just now catching the live, tell us
Hmm.
exactly what your title is, so they'll know because you hold a couple of titles.
Yes. Okay. So currently, I am the reigning Miss Woman Pennsylvania, United States 2020. And I'm also the reigning Miss Woman Philadelphia 2020. So I'm holding two titles. Um, so I have a couple of projects that I'm working on right now. One project is my destiny to the next journey and to the next crown that I'm going after. So I'm going after the title of Miss Woman United States 2020. That will be held in Las Vegas on September the 6th through the 10th. So I'm working on a project where I can help myself with additional funds to take the trip. So if anybody wants to sponsor me, I would appreciate it. $1 will help me reach the next plateau that I have to go on. Um,
Okay, and Miss Renee, how would they get that to
mhm.
you? Do you have uh, how would they do that with Cash App or
so
PayPal or?
So yes, I have a Cash App account. It's Renee Reynolds Lawson, and I'm serious. If you can spare just $1, that will help me on my journey. It doesn't have
Okay,
to be $100 or $200. One person gives me. I'm serious about it. If it's $1, that will help me to go to my next journey. Um, my
awesome.
other my other platforms that I'm working with one platform with Linda Casey of Miss Missouri, and what we're doing is we're doing it's called healthy households. So we're providing face masks to um, essential workers like CVS workers, gas station attendants, anyone whose company is not providing them with masks. We're asking for if you can send us masks or if you can send us a donation and we go and have the masks made. We're asking that for the Healthy Households Project. And then
Now that
another
sounds
work
wonderful.
Yeah, so that also you can send to my Cash App. If you want to send me items, just inbox me at Renee Reynolds Lawson on Facebook or Miss Woman Pennsylvania on Facebook, and I'll give
Okay.
you the mailing address that they can be sent to. Um,
Okay.
an,
Now,
an,
what, Miss
mhm,
Renee?
yes.
Because we're running out of time, I just want to
Mhm,
ask you now, what would you say to encourage somebody that may be caught in a domestic violence situation
yes.
or any kind of abusive situation? Because with, COVID happening, uh, things
Oh
are
my
able
God.
to be a lot more hidden than usual,
Yes,
right?
girl. The because of the pandemic, the domestic violence has been up over 400%.
Mhm.
400%. It is actually averaging, the domestic hotline is actually averaging 69 to 79 calls per day.
Per day.
Okay.
Okay.
And this is
I
not
understand
just,
now. So,
yeah,
Miss Renee, what would you
yes,
say to encourage those women that are caught maybe in those situations, or if somebody from our audience is watching, what would you
yes.
say that they can do?
Okay. So, first of all, I know that it may be difficult to leave, but first and foremost, the most important thing to do is to protect yourself, is to leave. If you can't leave, call 911. If you can't call, dial, text 911. If you call 911, leave your phone open so that the police can hear what's going on, so that they can come and help you. This goes out to not just females, women. This goes out to males too, because there are men involved that are being whooped by women. This involves children, okay? This involves sex trafficking, whatever. The best thing to do is just, if they say, where you going? Oh, I'm just going to go sit on the step, or I'm just going to go take a little walk. When you get out, stay out. Call your family. Call your mother, call your brother, call your sister, because a domestic abuser will isolate you from your family. So if you can do these things, try to do these things. On my page is posted links where if you're texting on your phone, you can text the domestic abuse hotline and they'll send somebody right away to get you. Now, the thing is, once you get gone, you need to stay out. You need to keep, that's not love. That's not a normal behavior. God did not intend for us to be beat, abused, sexually, physically, mentally, because they may not be beating you, but mentally, emotionally, they are destroying you. They are bringing you down. I am 63 years old. I have been out of domestic violence over 40 years. I am a survivor. I left at 21. I want each and every one of you to realize you are valuable. If you're not valuable to yourself, look at your mother, your father, your children. You are valuable. They do not want to get that phone call that says your child is gone. Saki, Queen Saki of the Miss Big Beautiful Women's Pageant, none of us knew that this woman was being beat by her boyfriend. None of us knew until the day she died. This was in 2017, and this man tried to run, but they found him. He's serving a life sentence now. Get
Praise God.
out. I can't stress it any further. Get out. It's not healthy for you. I love you. I want you to come and see me on uh, Facebook streaming live when I'm competing for that title. I need you in my life, and I want to be in yours. If you can't get help, I am me on Facebook, on Instagram. You can find me, Renee Reynolds Lawson. Very easy. Renee RRL. Find me. I will find a way to help you. Even if you're not in my city or in my state, I definitely will find a way to help you. Reach out to my queens. They will help you. Miss Isabel stresses love. And the only way that you can get love is to show love. So I'm telling you, I love you. God bless you. I thank you for joining in and watching this. I get so emotional when we get to talking about domestic violence because it hurts me to my
That's
heart.
right. That's
Um,
right.
but I love you and I thank you for giving me this opportunity. And you could have this crown too. I should have brought all my crowns so y'all could swallow them. But I'm being funny right now. But you are a queen, whether you have this or not. You are a queen because we all come from God and we
That's right.
are his children. And he has provided for us, but he also gave us common sense.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Well, thank you so much. I love you. I thank you. I'm so
I
grateful
love
that you were
you
able to
too.
get on here today. Thank you, everybody, for being patient, for coming back, for sticking
Yes,
it out
thank
with us.
you.
Now,
Thank
you've
you.
heard like the most important words here is that you are valuable, you
Yes,
are loved, and these are some of
yes,
the most important things that you can tell a person when, you know, they've been trying for years to get out and they want, is to build them up and let them know that they can make it, that there is help out here, that they are not alone. And
Yes.
so
And I do have one more thing to say. If
mm-hmm,
you see something, okay, if you see something or you suspect something, let me tell you what my cousin told me. My grandmother knew I was being beat, but because I didn't come to her and tell her, she didn't know how to help me. And she died with that on her heart. I'm telling you, if I see something that looks funny, my boys have been brought up to realize that no man should hit a woman. My son almost died saving a woman who was being beat by her boyfriend. And what he did was turned his back on the guy, and the guy stabbed him. But my son
wow,
saved the woman because that knife was meant for her. But I'm telling you, we can't shut our eyes. We can't turn away from this.
that's
This
right.
is happening across the board. We
Yeah,
cannot no longer allow it to continue.
I
Just like we
understand.
can't allow racism to continue, we can't allow sexual trafficking to continue, we can't allow abuse to continue. We cannot. We have to stand because God is going to hold us accountable.
That's right.
He's going to judge
So
us.
So our closing words for today is know that you are valuable and
Yes.
that you are capable and that you can do all things through Christ and that you are created for good works, right? God desires for you to be loved the way that he loves you. Like he has an everlasting love, an overwhelming love with for us and through us. And so I am so grateful for that. I'm grateful for Miss Renee being able to make it through the other side. Now, this is what we call somebody who has power and authority and who is using it for the good, not just of herself, but for other people. Because usually when I call Miss Renee, she's getting ready to go out in the community and help somebody else and speak to other people and encourage it, no matter how she feels, no matter what's going on with her. She might have had a bad, and she is working a regular job, but she still is putting other people before herself. And I love what she said about, you know, the way you treat yourself is how you teach other people to treat you. So if you don't think you have a nice smile, then just do them exercises, y'all. Let me go over, right? I gotta leave you with a smile, so I gotta and go over that. You know, exercise your face. So one big one is right. I don't mind looking crazy and funny to help somebody else and help myself at the same time. So we got to put ourselves in that same situation where we know we can't be silent. And even though silence is not something that you hear, it still speaks. It still speaks a word. Oh man, I just feel like preaching about the blood. But anyway, because the blood still speaks. But anyway, the blood
Yes,
still
girl.
cries out. My goodness.
Thank
So
you,
anyway,
Jesus.
I'm gonna let you guys go with that because I promised not to preach from the very beginning. But anyway, I'm just saying that your silence can be something that still says something, right? So if you see
Yes.
something happening, you can go do something. You can call
Yep.
911. If you see somebody
Yes.
being abused, call
Yes.
Child Protective Services because that's the area that I work in and I'm serious about, right? So I
Yes.
don't like that on my watch. Peace out, you guys. You have a wonderful Saturday. Enjoy this weather. Enjoy your family. Know that I love you and I appreciate your support. I want you to know, too, that I am working on some things for you guys when it comes to self care and some other stuff. So I got some surprises coming up. Hopefully by the end of this month, because that's my mom's birthday. And my mom just passed in September of last year. So dear and
Mm.
special to my heart. So I'm going to do
Yeah.
some things that honor her and I want to share them with you all. Okay, I love
Yes.
you all. Bless
Love
you. Peace
you.
out.
God bless. Thank you. And join me on that road to the next crown.